Today is not 24. My thumbnail is wrong. That's not an issue. Welcome, guys. I hope you can hear me nicely and everything is fine. Um, I made a mistake here. Let me see if I can fix this quickly. Today is the 26th. I made a small error here. We're just waiting for more people to join. If we can have at least 10, then we can start. Let me fix this error. So the reason why we are having this live, it is because I saw something in Volatility 75 which might I hope you can hear me. I hope you can hear me. So what we're gonna be doing in this live, basically today we will be just focusing on Volatility 75. I wanna show you something that I discovered. Basically that's what we're gonna be doing in Volatility 75. We wanna analyze Volatility 75 and see what is exactly taking place. Then secondly, we'll also be talking about our new spike detector, a copy trading, and also our VIP services. But our main focus is on analyzing Volatility 75. We're just going to be focusing on Volatility 75 and see exactly what is taking place. I want to show you guys what I discovered. So basically, that's the main purpose why we are having this live. um, Please like and subscribe to our channel. If you're new to our channel, please just make sure that you subscribe and you like and you also comment on this live. So what we're gonna be doing is this. I'm just gonna select one person and I'm gonna award the person with the old spike detector. I'm not yet in the position of giving the new spike detector. But I'll see. If you convince me, if we can have more likes, we can have more interaction, definitely I might give at least one person the new spike detectors. But I'm going to select three people who are going to receive the old spike detector. So basically, that's what we're going to be doing. Um, so let's just wait for more people to join, then we can start. We want to have at least 10 people and then we can start. We're just waiting for more, at least 10 more people, at least 4 more people, and let's just have more likes, then we can start. So if you're gonna be lucky, you walk away with this old spike detector and one special person. One will be liking and commenting will get the new spike detector. The spike detector is worth $100. So that's what we're going to be doing. So just make sure you interact, you comment, you share with us your thoughts, and then we can at the end of the live, it's not gonna take very long. At the end of the live, I will um so we're just waiting for more people to join, then we can start. Let me just in the meantime share with people the link to the live so that people can know that we are live. Yes. Just waiting for more. So what you can do, guys, is this. You can share with people this live so that we can just start. I'm just waiting for at least more people to start the live. I don't want anyone to miss out on what is taking place. It has been a very long time since um, I come live on YouTube. So I'm just sharing. In the meantime, I'm sharing my the link to my groups, those on WhatsApp and Telegram, so that people can know that I'm live and they can join us. I don't think it will take even 30 minutes. This live is going to be very short, but it will carry one of the most powerful information that is going to change how you're going to see Volatility 75. I discovered something in Volatility 75 which I'm going to be sharing with you guys in today's live. So I'm just waiting for more people to join and like, and we can start. Okay, let's see how many people do we have we only have 7 currently. What's up? How are you, Mr. Benson? Hi, bro. How are you guys? How are you? It has been long. How are you? Oh, how are you guys? I've noticed that most of my subscribers, they come from Nigeria. Is there anyone from Nigeria? How do you greet? Yes, the MacBook, the spike detector can also work on MacBook. No problem. As long as there's MT5 on your MacBook, I think it will definitely work. So let's, without wasting much of your time, I think we now have more likes, we now have more people. We can focus on the main business why we are here. What's happening now? Can you hear me loud and clearly? Okay, so we want to understand what is taking place. For those, what's happening now? Oh, please don't do this, okay? Okay, some time back, I think it was last year, I predicted this major movement that took place in Volatility 75. I think it was around this area where I predicted the big drop that took place at this particular area. It was around this area here. So all this big drop was not there. It was last year around this area in December. Around this area, it was here. So I predicted how price was going to move down. So I've been wondering what is exactly for some time. I think from this year, earlier this year in 13 January, I saw that price has been consolidating for some time. Price has been consolidating. So the greater part of this year, volatility 75 has been just consolidating. So I was wondering what exactly is taking place in volatility 75. So I discovered this, which I'm gonna share with you. Which I'm going to share with you guys what I've discovered. Okay, I think in less than 30 minutes I'll be done. So it was obvious that volatility 75 was in a strong downtrend. It was in a very strong downtrend. Then it entered in a period of consolidation. Here there was a little bit of a range or a consolidation. So I want to know exactly what is taking place. So what I'm going to do is this is what I always do. So from this live, apart from understanding what is taking place in volatility 75, you can also track my trading approach. So this is what I normally do. So most people have been asking me, how is it possible that you know exactly that price is gonna move like this and do this? This is what I'm always doing. So the first thing that I do my trend analysis. I check the market structure. So basically what I'm trying to do here, I'm trying to establish the direction in which this market is moving. So that's the first thing that I do. So I'm doing my trend analysis. I take that path on TradeView and I do this. So here it helps me to identify what is taking place. So when we're doing our market structure, we want to know. So we were in a downtrend. It was pretty obvious that you could identify that price was moving down. So here with our lower low. So in a downtrend, the price will be making lower lows and lower highs. So this is what was the characteristics that we have in this market. It was lower low and lower highs. So we had a series of lower lows and lower highs. So we had a bearish trend, we had a downtrend. So here you can see there was also continuation of the downtrend in this particular area where price was constantly breaking the structure with the BOS break of structure. So BOS stands for break of structure, as price was constantly breaking the structure to create new lower lows. So there was continuation of the downtrend. As you can see from this example, there was continuation of the downtrend. Why? Because price was constantly breaking the structure, creating lower lows. And we can see here price made a correctional wave and then it created a lower high. So at this particular level, price continued, moved up and then created a lower high, respecting the previous lower high. And then since there was a continuation of the downtrend, price also broke the structure here and created a new lower low. So here we had a new lower low which was created here. So here in March now, there was continuation of the downtrend. Then from there onwards, what do we see? We can see that price made a correctional wave and respected the previous lower high. When price made the correctional wave, it created a lower high, and then it broke the structure again, and then it came down. There was a BOS, it came down, and then price. Let me just check something. As I'm analyzing, you can send questions, what you think about this analysis. I will answer you. So let me just put this on my phone so that I will check the comments that are coming, that we are receiving, so that I can also reply as well. I'll be doing this live. So I'll just make sure that. Let me just lower my volume. Thank you for the likes. I can see so many people are liking and joining us. It's loud and clear. Thank you so much, Philip. Okay, let's continue. So here we had a lower low, and there was continuation again. We also had a lower low. So there was continuation of the bearish trend, a downtrend. But I want you guys to focus on what then took place at this particular area here. This previous lower high, if there's going to be a continuation of a bearish trend, the previous lower high should be respected. But in this case, it was not respected. What did we see here? We see that price was able to make a higher high. So at this particular level, we had a higher high. Sorry, HH. HH is standing for higher high. And then price dropped. So in this market, it was a market that was dominated by sellers or by bears. And in most cases, they were winning. So every time when you look at the price, this is what I'm always thinking. There is a battle that is being fought by bears and bulls. There's a battle that is being fought by sellers and buyers. So in this market, sellers were overpowering the buyers. They were always in control. How do I know that they were always in control? They were always pushing the price downwards and creating lower lows. That's why this trend was bearish. But what do we see here? In this particular area here, we can see that, so this is now my trend analysis. We can see that buyers have now stepped into the market. Buyers are now taking control from the sellers. Why? They were able to push the price upwards and they were able to go beyond the previous lower high and created a higher high. So at this particular level, we now have a market structure shift or a change of character. Market structure shift here is, so this market structure shift indicates a possibility. So that's the main reason why I did this. It indicates the possibility of the price now turning from a downtrend to an uptrend. This market structure shift, guys, we should bear in mind that we are talking about the daily time frame. I'm analyzing price on the daily. The daily is one of the most accurate time frames that you can use for your analysis. So it's very, very powerful. So whatever that we are talking about, it's happening on the daily. So this also gives me the confidence that whatever that I'm saying is correct, is right. But you can never be 100% sure in trading. But because of what I've noticed here, the buyers have stepped into the market, taking control from the sellers. They were able to push the price and created a higher high. And what we can also see is that we now have a change of character. Why? Because we're now moving from a lower low to a new characters. We now have new characteristics where price is now making higher highs and higher lows. So at this particular price, the sellers have lost control of this market. They were supposed to push the price down and go beyond the previous lower low, but that didn't take place. Why? So this is now an indication if the sellers were still in control, we're supposed to have they were supposed to drive the price downwards to this particular area here. But this didn't take place. This didn't take place. Why? So we are now witnessing the loss of our control from the sellers. And buyers were able to push the price upwards. And now they were able to take control again during this phase. Now, the phase that we are currently in. From the 16th of April, we have started to witness a bullish momentum, price moving upwards. Because of this candle, this last bearish bullish candle that closed above the previous lower high, we have now witnessed the buyers taking control from sellers. So basically, this is the whole concept. This is the whole idea why I'm doing this live. In Volatility 75, we're going to be experiencing some bullish momentum. We're going to be experiencing price pushing upwards. So currently, price has created a higher low, and we are anticipating, if this is true, what I'm saying, price should continue to move upwards. If you now have on a daily time frame, maybe in the next week to come or the next 2 weeks to come, if price closes above this, if we now have a daily candle that is going to close above this area, what we're going to see is this. Price is likely going to drop. So as you know that if you're in a bullish trend, price, there's what we call an impulsive wave and the correctional wave. So I'm anticipating that. So if you're someone who is very risk averse, you can wait for this initial movement. They close, the price being pushed upwards, then price should drop and come probably around this area, and then it will move up like this. So for the best entries, why did I pick this entry? Is there's going to be a continuation of a bullish trend. Price should respect the previous high low, and if price makes this movement, so where is price likely going to reach before it makes a retracement? It depends. Sometimes price will retrace, sometimes price will not retrace. So assuming that price will respect this particular level, why did I pick? Because of this high that we have at this point. Maybe it can just slightly go above this high point, and then it will come here. Since if price is going to reach that point, if I'm going to take my Fibonacci and stretch it here, we can see that price will be within the discount when it drops and comes back to this particular area here. And there's also a fair value gap. And apart from the fair value gap, we also have a mitigation block. So we have two things that are there here. We can see there's a gap here. Some will start to say, what is a fair value gap? A fair value gap is an imbalance that exists when we look at these three candles. We have this first candle, second candle, and the third candle. So these are the candles in question. One, this is the first candle. Do we have numbers on TradeView? Let me highlight. Do we have numbers here? 1, 2, 3, something like that. Okay, maybe I need to write the numbers myself. Okay, so these are the candles that we are focusing on. So even if you're a beginner, you don't know anything about trading, the way I'm gonna explain it, I'll try to explain it in a very simple way that you can understand. So the one is very small now, you can see it. So the first candle is this one, and the second candle is this big bullish candle. So I'm explaining what is a fair value gap. And then the next candle is this doji, the doji candle. This is the third candle. There's a doji. This is the third candle. This one that doesn't have a body. So if our focus is on this candle, this one is more like a doji, more like a bearish hammer. Okay, let's just call it a doji. So here we have this doji and this big bullish candle that looks like a marabozi, and we also have this one is like a is it a dragonfly, but it's a doji candle. So if you focus on 1, 2, 3, this 1, 2, 3 candles, the fair value gap exists when we have this gap. If you look at the high and the low of this candle, so a candle is a high, since these are all bullish candles, so this is the high of this candle and this is the low of this candle. We are also focusing on the wick. So if you look at the wick of the first candle, the wick of the first candle, I'm explaining what is a fair value gap. The wick of the first candle, this one, it's not connected with the lower part or the low of this doji candle. So if you see here, there's a gap. This is the fair value gap is that I'm talking about. So when price is in a discount, there is a possibility that price should drop and fill up this gap before it moves upwards. So the first thing that you want to see when we're now talking about the PDRA, when prices manage to drop and come back to the discount, below the 50% of the fair value gap, that's the discount. So in your discount, you'll first of all give priority to your breaker block or mitigation block. So what I can see here, price made this movement. I know on the daily it's not clear, but I can see this is the last bullish candle, which is this big candle, before the price drops again. It's what we call a mitigation block. So we also have a mitigation block. So I'm now giving confluence, I'm now giving confirmation of what I'm trying to say. This is the most important thing that you need to do when you are trading. You need to have supporting evidence of what you're talking about. So during this last bullish candle, this one, the last green candle before price drop downwards, is the one that I've marked. It's also in alignment with the fair value gap that we have here. So there's a likelihood that when prices made this movement upwards, it will definitely come and to this particular area and before it proceeds to move upwards. So this is what I'm thinking, guys. So there's a possibility that price will come around this area and then it will push and move upwards. So this is what I'm thinking because of this. So if I go to the 4-hour time frame, maybe I can get an entry. But for today, I think I gave an analysis in our community, in our WhatsApp and Telegram community, of how you can trade this. If you want to make money today, how are you going to trade this? So if I'm going to go on my 4-hour time frame, I can notice that there is a fair value gap here. This fair value gap here. So there is a possibility that price should push and close this gap before it can start to drop and do anything. So I'm thinking the same here. And if you look at the position that we have marked, if you look at the position that we have marked, we can see we have something. This area was once a resistance. It's a flip zone. So when price should come in and come to this particular area, which was a resistance, it will be flipped and it will now be used as a resistance. Sorry, this was a resistance. Then when price was able to break, it should come and use this point as a support. So here we have again a confluence. So again, if you look again on the 4-hour, we also have a mitigation block. We are now using ICT. Come here, moved up, price moved upwards. And if you see if the mitigation is going to be respected, you have to look at how the bullishness or how big the candles were when it was passing and ignoring this order block that was at this particular level. If I'm going to drop down to the 1-hour, you can see what I'm talking about here. So we also have this last bullish candle here. So you see how big these candles were. It's a sign that when price return to this particular area, it is going to respect that mitigation block. So the last bullish candle was this one. So if I'm going to mark this one so that I can get an entry, it's still the same thing. On my 1 minute, we also have this last bullish candle, which is this candle. This last bullish candle. I'm just going to mark this candle, the last bullish candle, this one. This one, it was bullish. It was the last green candle. So this one, it's our mitigation block. So price, when it's in the, according to the PDRA, ICT concepts, it has to respect the mitigation block before it can drop and come to these order blocks or rejection blocks that are here. So this is what I'm thinking. This is what I saw in Volatility 75. Then I think it was today I think it was today. What you can also see is this. So for some time, I think I've been posting some signals, the results of the signals. What we can see is this. During this phase, what we have noticed is this. Price has been respecting this particular level. So there was a time when price was failing. It was only today when price has made this big bullish movement. So it was only today when price made this big bullish movement. But for some time, price was failing to break this resistance that was existing at this particular level. You see, price came here, this level came down, and it came to this particular level. So this was a strong resistance level. You see this movement that was taking place. It was only today when price was able to break this level. So according to price action, we have what we call support and resistance, trend continuation support and resistance, where a level has been used as a resistance. For example, what we have here, we now have a resistance. So this was a resistance that we had at this particular level here. I'm sorry, Mr. McD. Today we're only focusing on volatility 75. I think we can achieve better results if you just focus for that particular day, focus on one asset. So unfortunately, Mr. McD, we're not going to be talking about volatility 150. I'm sorry, we're not going to be talking about that. Okay, so we have a resistance that was existing at this particular level here. Okay, so that's one thing that I can see. So we're now talking about how you can trade VIX 75 now. How can you trade VIX 75 now? So so we have a resistance. So for now, how do we trade VIX 75? If I'm gonna be taking trades, so we had this. This is where the confusion comes when you're marking your Fibonacci 61.8. So we have this movement, price went up, came down, and move upwards. So you need to identify a swing low and a swing high. So the question is, are you going to place your Fibonacci from this level and stretch it upwards? You see, our 61.8 will be roughly around this area. 61.8, let me just give it a different color, green maybe. Or you are going to stretch it from this swing low then your 61.8 will be roughly around this area. You see, we now have 261.8. So which one will be true? Which one are we going to use? It becomes difficult. But if you're going to be using the 61.8, this one, I think price is closed below that particular level. Let me go to the 1 hour. The 30 minutes is more deceiving. You can't see anything nicely. Maybe it's a candle that is still in formation like here. In 30 minutes, it is closed below this level. So with me, okay, and it all depends with the time frame. If you come on the 30 minutes time frame, you think maybe it was an inside bar, or maybe this was a pullback, or it wasn't a pullback. Let's just go to the 4-hour time frame where we can have clarity on where exactly we are going to be stretching our Fibonacci and coming from. So we see from the 4-hour, it makes it clearer. So that's another thing. If you're going to be using the 61.8, you'd rather use it on the 4-hour time frame because it's more reliable. You can see if this was a pullback or it wasn't a pullback. So I'm going to stretch it from this particular area and put it here. So my 61.8 is here. This is where I'm anticipating the trend to reverse after this impulsive wave where we had this bullish candle and all this, where we have this bullish pin bar. It's like a pin bar, and this 3 big bullish candles. So we're anticipating that price should now from this particular area reverse. This is the retracement level. So this candle is still information. What is the best approach? You'd rather wait for the 1-hour candle. So in 15 minutes time frame, yeah, I'm just gonna delay maybe in the next 15-minute time I will show you guys how you can trade this. I did the same setup. Those who are in my VIP community, they can testify to this. You see, if price closes above, let me just make it a different color. if price closes above this particular level here, so we have our Fibonacci, Fib, so Fib is for Fibonacci 61.8 at this particular level. If I'm moving too fast, please let me know. Today I just want to make sure that it's we don't spend a lot of time here. And what do we see again? We see a level that was used as a resistance, and price was able to break it. So at this particular level is very, very, very powerful. This level is very, very, very powerful. It's a very powerful level, a level that was used as the resistance, likely going to be used as a support. So we wait for the closure. Is it close or close? for the candle, the 1 hour candle to close here. If it closes above this level, we are good to go. Then we can buy and move upwards. I did the same analysis and I sent it in our free Telegram group. So in this, we have two WhatsApp group. Okay. So this group, the WhatsApp group, because of people who normally take advantage, they normally irritate other people by sending nonsense like this guy. I had to remove him from this group because he was sending. So I normally close this group. In most cases, it will be closed. But these days, I normally open this group so that people can share that. Okay, we had a very nice trade today in this free group where we were talking about the Quasimodo, bearish Quasimodo. This one. I saw this in crash 500. Maybe tomorrow we'll talk about crash 500 because there's a nice setup. We saw this amazing setup. So it helped me to make the profit that we made today in our we are also running a copy trading group. We also have this amazing spike detector that we have recently created, and the videos are now there. So what are we talking about? I talk too much. Okay, I wanted to show you guys the setup. Can I go on my downloads? Okay, so this was it. Okay, this was VIX 75. We are focusing on VIX 75. Logged from Kenya, Willie. How are you, Willie? Mwanyamba. Nice to meet you, Miss Willie. Nice explanation. Olaleye. Matthew, good afternoon from Nigeria. How do you greet Mr. Matthew from Nigeria? How do you greet using Nigeria? You guys, you speak which language? There are different languages, but your language seems to be English, but the English is a little bit different. How do you greet in your language, Mr.? I know there are different, you speak different language even in Nigeria, but Mr. Matthew, how do you greet using your language? So many, I think 50% of my subscribers are coming from Nigeria. Thank you guys, those from Nigeria, for your support. Adu, what? Okay, we are focusing on VIX. So I wanted to show you guys the analysis that I made, but I became so busy. So this is the same thing on the 30-minute time frame. We are still explaining. So I gave this signal in the morning in our group. Okay, I just wanted to show you that I gave this as a signal in our VIP group. Let's go back to what we are talking about. So let's wait. We need to wait and see how this hourly candle, where we are currently in, how is this going to close? We need it. We want this candle to close above here. Maybe probably it can close as a what? As a bullish candle. If it closes as a bullish candle, then we are good to go. Then we can buy. Then our stop loss, maybe we can place it just below this previous low. So this is the trading plan. So if VIX 75 is bullish, how do we trade the VIX 75 today? I'm gonna place my stop loss maybe just below this swing low, and I'm gonna target my first take profit for the day will be this recent swing high. So I'm targeting this area. That is if the daily candle is a bullish pin bar. But we'll see if this candle closes below this resistance, maybe there's a possibility that price can now drop and come downwards. So let's just wait. It's a waiting game for now. we need to see exactly where price is. If it closes below the 61.8, it means that there's a possibility that price can drop. Maybe immediately price can drop and come and fill up this particular area, and then it can then proceed and move upwards. So there's that possibility. Why? Because we have also this big liquidity void. We also have this big inefficiency or an imbalance that we have at this particular level here. So maybe price wants to drop and come here. That is if this 1 hour candle closes below the 61.8, which is our retracement level. So there will be a possibility that price will now drop and come and fill up this gap before price can move upwards. So that's another possibility again. Or if the candle closes above this area, we know that we're going up, and we can target this area, and the second TP will be also this level. It will be amazing if price reverses at this particular level and moves like that. Okay, so basically we have about 8 minutes to wait and see how price is going to move. And when is the 4 hour candle? So it's 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. So we'll also check again the 4 hour candle, because the 4 hour candle is very, very powerful. So at 2 o'clock in the next 8 minutes to come, we'll also check how this 4 hour candle will look like. So if this 4 hour candle looks like this, there's a possibility that price will continue to drop. Price will continue to drop, but we need to see in the first 15 minutes when we open the new 4 hour candle, that trading session, we need to see how, because sometimes price can, I'm developing a concept, I'm currently in the process of developing a concept where I haven't come up with the correct name, but I've discovered that when it comes to derivative, the buyer and the seller, they all lose. So regardless of the fact that you are a seller, regardless of the fact that you are going to buy or you are going to lose, derivative will make sure that you lose, both of you guys. When everyone is lost, that's when they make their big movement. So like here, what happened here? If you bought because, okay, let's just look at this particular level. If you bought because the candles and even the previous trend was bullish, yes, you're going to be right. But for some time, price will start dropping, and there was no way that price would go below this previous low point here. What would be the reason? So you'd start to think that probably price is going to reverse. So you exit your buy position in a loss. And those who will be selling, they will start to say, okay, since price is closed below this previous high low, let's sell. And then immediately price will start to move upwards. So both sellers during this consolidation were losing because price was fluctuating between different points. So you can see, even if you buy, you're going to lose. Even if you sell, you're going to lose. Okay, someone will say, I'm going to sell. Why? Because there's these two tweezers, these two. Miss Anashe, Anashe, can you please be quiet? Shh. Please be quiet. So everyone, the buyers and the sellers are all losing. And you sold, and then price started to move up. And then eventually when everyone was now tired, the buyers and sellers, that's when they made this big movement. Okay, we can also look at this this in another way. So this is when we're using the 61 is our entry, but we also have this gap. The fair value gap here. We see this candle. This is a doji candle. If you look at this doji and this candle, this big bullish candle, there's a gap again. So maybe before price makes its big move, they want to cover this gap. That's why I say the first 15 minutes is very, very important. It will know exactly how this will go. So if price is going to respect this gap, we should measure 50%, which is the consequent encroachment, and see how exactly this is going to go. So let me measure it. Price should not close below the 50% of this fair value gap here. 50% is where it's It's roughly around this area. Price should respect this 50%, which is the consequent encroachment. I know there are so many lines, and if you are new to trading, you are still learning, you can be confused. But what I'm trying to say is this: if a candle closes, if this hourly candle closes roughly below this area, this fair value gap will not be holding. So that means there's going to be continuation of the price moving downwards. Why? Because if you look in, if you are using our PDRA, we're using our PDRA, we come here, we stretch it to this part, we can see we are already below the 50%, which is the discount. So in the discount, we always give priority to the fair value gap. We have a fair value gap. At the same time, we also have something. I saw something here. We have this price went up, came down, and pushed up, a mitigation block. So let me go on the 15-minute time frame and see how you'll be able to see clearly what will be taking place. You see, this is the mitigation block. Price moved up, came down, and pushed upwards. So we have a mitigation block. Price should respect this last bullish candle. Okay, it's another thing that I have in mind. So we're now left with 3 minutes. Let's see how the hourly candle will be looking at. So I normally want to do my analysis on the daily, H4, and the last resort will be my hourly time frame. This is where I normally want to analyze the market from. So you see 50% roughly around this area. So the 50%, let me just put it in gold. So if you see a candle now, this is the fair value gap. We talked about what is a fair value gap. So we want this fair value gap. So let me write it in gold again. So this is our fair value gap. So this is the consequent encroachment, which is this area. If a fair value gap is going to hold, price should respect the 50% of the fair value gap, which is called the consequent encroachment. And then if a candle now closes, this hourly candle closes below this 50%, you know that price is going to continue going downwards to that area that we highlighted here. But if this is respected, when it closes like this, it means it's respecting the 50% or the 50% of this fair value gap. Let me just write everything of this fair value gap in gold so that you guys see what I'm seeing here. So this is what I'm talking about here. Ikan from Yoruba land, Nigeria. Ikasan. So are you saying Yoruba is another language? You see the 50% is very strong when you're in the discount. You see it's been respected. Mr. Edu, how do you greet? So this is how you greet in Nigerian when you're using, is it Nigerian language? I don't know which language you're using. I know that different people speak different languages. How do you greet in Nigeria? I'm giving special treatment to my Nigerian subscribers because about 60% of those who watch my content, those who are supporting me, because when you watch, you view, you see the candle is closed. It is closed just around that 50% of the fair value gap. So let's see in the next 15 minutes how price is going to move. Because with me, I would want to buy. But do I have enough evidence of how price is going to move? No. Even if I want to buy right now, I'm not gonna buy. But on the 50-minute time frame, we can see we had this bullish pin bar around that same area. Let me just be more accurate and measure my 50% nicely. So here the 50% is where, let me try to enlarge here. 50 the maximum I can go, yeah. So my 50% is here. Okay, so what we can see if you are going to analyze these candles, One, we have candles that have wicks on the bottom part, and we also have this bullish pin bar. What is this bullish pin bar on the 50-minute time frame telling us? It's telling us there's now buying pressure, but we need to wait. We need to wait for the next this candle. How this candle is going to close will tell us and give us a trigger if you're going to be going long or if you are going to go short. So let's see. So this is how I analyze. I came from the daily, went to the H4, went to the hourly time frame. I'm now on my 50-minute time frame. If you can do this, I'm telling you, you'll be fine. There will be no need for you to come for what you call it, mentorship, because you now know how to analyze, to do everything. So we're now looking for an entry now. So we need 15 more minutes to see what is taking place in this market. So let's just watch in the next 15 minutes how price is moving. But after that, I'll call it a day. So I would want to buy if this next candle can just close above this this bullish pin bar. If it closes, a candle closes above this. So this is the bullish pin bar, which is called the hammer that I'm talking about. If a candle closes above this one, I know that price is ready to move upwards. And I'm gonna be having a very tight stop loss. Probably my stop loss will be just below this consequent encroachment, maybe around this area. So if I'm gonna buy my stop loss, I'll place it here. This is where I'll place my stop loss, and my target is very far away, you see. So maybe I can take profit. So the first take profit must be equivalent to the stop loss. So I'll measure this, then I'll place my first take profit. But roughly I would want to take my first take profit around here, second take profit here, and my third and last take profit will be here. So this is the plan. So we just have to wait and see how this candle will move. But as I can see, from what I can see, this price wants to go up. Price really wants to move up. So our stop loss will be here. So this is my plan and my targets here. So we also have our mentorship program. So we made some slight adjustments to our mentorship program. So my stop loss is here, it's very tight. Look at the risk to reward ratio, 1:4, which is very impressive. We made some adjustments to our mentorship programs. I now have a lot of videos. I've been doing these mentorship programs for a very long time. So I have a lot of videos. So when you join, we have reduced the price. The price is now $100. It used to be $200. Why is it now 100? Because now you have access to my old materials, the old videos. You watch them. So I'll give you at least 2 or 3 videos on certain topics. You watch them for that week. Then on a week we have 2 live demonstrations where I'll go with you to the market, where we now apply that information. If it's for 2 hours or for 2 hours, I'll be taking live trades with you using and applying the information that you're learning. Then you see price is actually so using the correct approach, we're supposed to enter here, but with me I just want to wait for the next 10 minutes and see how this candle will look like. If it's bullish, I'm ready to go. Like what I can see now, the candle is very bullish, and because of this pin bar, we're ready to go. So we're talking about the mentorship. So I'll give you those videos, you watch them. Once you're done watching the videos, then we have at least 2, maybe on a Monday or on a Friday. I will choose different dates where we will have live sessions. I'll trade with you. You put money, be it $100. Then we apply that information on a live account, in your account. You start making money when you're having these mentorship programs. So basically that's what we'll be doing, so that you see whatever that I'm sharing with you, like now, you can all see that whatever that I was talking about is true. This is how you analyze your market. So if you're interested, you can also get in touch and enroll in this mentorship program. Then we also have our let me take this opportunity to introduce what we are doing. We are doing very well in our copy trading. We are doing excellent. We had a small hiccup. I don't want to talk about what was happening. So this is our copy trading. So DC copy trading for 2 weeks. Why are we making some changes? I will explain after explaining how our copy trading is being carried. So copy trading, basically it's account management. So what you need to do is this: you need a minimum of 150 US dollars, and we're gonna be trading that 150 US dollars for 2 weeks, and you pay a 50 US dollars, a fee. It's just a subscription. Then the 2 weeks profit target will be 300 US dollars. So what if you have a 500 US dollars account? You use a multiplier. With a multiplier, if you are going to be making 300 US dollars, you will all make the person with the 500 US dollars will also make 600 US dollars after those 2 weeks. So if you have 1,000, you use a multiplier of 4. That means after the 2 weeks, you will be in a position to make 1,200 US dollars. So you'll be making use of it depending on the account sizes. Then we recommend that you use VPS. Why VPS? Because you can't always make sure that your laptop is on or your PC is on and there's always network. But if you have VPS, you will not be missing trades. So if you're interested in this setup, in May we are going to be introducing another copy trading where you don't need to pay subscription. But that one I'm still working out. Maybe there's someone who can help me. I'm still working out on how best, because we want to share the profit that we're gonna be making. I don't want a fee. I want to share the profit. If you're going to be making 1,000 US dollars, you take 500, I'll take 500. We share the profit. You don't pay any subscription. We are focusing on sharing profit. But the problem is this: people will normally run away with the profit. So how best, anyone with a suggestion, how best can we make sure that the person whom I'm trading the account doesn't run away with the profit? We are trying to introduce this in May, and I'm still struggling on how I can do this. Is there anyone who knows how best we can do that, so that we safeguard the issue of people running away with profit? I'm telling you, this is more often. You can talk to many people, they will tell you the same thing, that people were running away with profit. So please, I need suggestions. How do I determine my take profit if the fee wasn't used for that? Yeah, some people use the fee for take profit, but I don't use it. Guys, when it comes to trading, it has to be personal preferences. What you think works best. The fee, yes, some people use the fee for taking profit and what. I don't use that. I use my targets, the previous swing highs and swing lows. I know in most cases, price will normally reverse in these areas. So I use this as targets. Or maybe I can use order blocks. Try to identify order blocks, bearish order blocks, and I will take my first take profit. Or I can look for fair value gaps. I know that if price is going to come and this will be the first fair value gap, so price has to continue moving upwards until it reaches here, then I know I can take my first take profit. Something like that. That's what I normally use. So it depends with people. On M15, the price is bouncing back on the 200 EMA. Wow, that's nice. So let's put the 200 and see what this guy is saying. So we need a moving average. 15 minutes. On M15 minutes, the price is bouncing back on 200 EMA. Exponential moving average. This one is what? Let me check the settings. No, not the symbols, the settings for this moving average. Settings. I don't understand how this works. Length is 200 and I don't know the smoothing. I normally put it to 200 again, and I want it to be more visible. Let's make it red. Let's make it thicker. thicker. Line thickness here. Let's see. Wow, perfect. Guys, you can enter. Thank you so much, Mr. Joseph. I'm telling you, the 200 is very strong. Once we now have this 200, this red line, it acts as a very strong confirmation. So your stop loss, guys, we can now buy. Your stop loss is here. Let me just give this so that you guys can have the parameters easily. So let me share it with my VIP community. Here you want to buy volatility 75. Okay, let me just share the signals. Why am I confident? The 200, guys, to me, over the years, the 200 is a very strong dynamic support and resistance indicator. So we are buying volatility 75 and we're buying now. Now SL, so I'm giving you this so that you guys can see this. The SL is going to be yours. So I was just analyzing without indicators, but it was accurate. So someone would say indicators are the best. Someone would say price action. I'm telling you, you get the same entries. And here it just proves that concept. I wanted to present it in a video where you guys can see what I'm trying to say. If you are going to be using smart money, if you're going to be using price action, whatever that you understand, you need to first of all understand what exactly you're doing. So if you now understand indicators, I went through the phase where I used it twice, where I was debating with myself, should I use indicators? Maybe smart money is perfect. Maybe price action is the best. Guys, whatever that you understand and it gives you money, go for that. Because I'm telling you, these things, people have different ways of saying the same thing in the same manner. That's what I believe. Price, when it comes to trading, it's basically what you understand. And if you understand using indicators, master that, be the best. Understand, like for me, I don't hesitate. Whenever I see the 200, for years, I'm telling you, I've been using indicators and I understand it better. And I know price action. I know price action. Like what I demonstrated that I know price action. And I've demonstrated that I know smart money concept. So I'm telling you, it's one and the same thing. Don't bother yourself doing smart money. Don't bother yourself. Why am I recording? Okay. Doing this thing. If you can understand one, stick to that. So what is the advantages of using indicators? Indicators, they give you a precise indication. Like now on the 50-minute time frame, we have a bullish order block. Then we also have this red line. So if you remember the DC, unveiling DC spike strategy, part 2, I talked about the moving averages. It still applies. If you have a moving average and you have a what? A shooting star, it means price is likely going to move upwards. So you see, this one and the same thing. Your price action is talking about candlestick pattern, it's talking about the Fibonacci 61.8. It's also talking about a resistance here being flipped into a what? A support. Smart money, what is smart money talking about? Smart money will talk about a bearish, a bullish. Smart money will be talking about what? Here it will talk about a mitigation block. Let me see if I can go on the 5-minute time frame and if I can get this one, the last bullish candle. This bullish candle, this one is a small. Let me see on the 30-minute time frame. So smart money will say on the same entry, they will talk about a mitigation block. Okay, this is the entry according to smart money concept. You see, you can still get the same entries using whatever that you think. Here, the last bullish candle was this one. They call it a mitigation block. It's an order block. This last bullish candle. So I normally mark the body. So here, I was going to get a same entry using smart money. I was going to get same entry using price action. Price action will talk about what you call it, trend continuation, support and resistance, and also focuses on the what? On the candlesticks. So maybe here price action will wait for the closure. Is it closure? Close of the what? close of the this 30-minute candle. If it closes up 50% of this bearish candle, we now have what we call a morning star. So it's one and the same thing. But when it comes now to knowing too much, I was just thinking about that when it comes to trading, I now know too many things. If you're not careful, you can be confused. Too much information is poisonous. Just stick to one thing. If you're going to be doing price action, stick to it. If you're going to be doing smart money concept, stick to it. If you're going to be using indicators, master that. I'm telling you, you'll be in a position to make a lot of money. This guy is funny. Do a special for Nigerian clients. I'm telling you, I'm considering that. My channel, people from Nigeria, I'm telling you, they are supporting this channel 100%. They are supporting this channel. So I'll consider that. But I just want everyone to be what you call it, to be equal. I don't want some people say, I'm a South African, he gives privileges to Nigerian, he's not a good guy. At the end of the day, we all want to make money and make sure that we look after our families. So this is, guys, what I had for you. I think I should call it a day. And the other thing, we now have our spike detector. Okay, let me just introduce some of the products and the things that are taking place in our channel. We are doing very well, guys. I think for the past 2 weeks, I've been posting our copy trading results. Copy trading, it's account management. We are doing very well in this copy trading business. You see, these are some of the results. This guy started with 500, and currently his account is today I think he posted some results. He started with, okay, it was on WhatsApp. This guy started with okay, I think he's constantly sending me messages. Okay, current profit. Okay, today we made 90 US dollars. It's 842, which is very impressive in 4 days. We're doing very well in our copy trading. We are winning. So if you're losing, give me your account, I'll manage it for you. You can join this copy trading, and I gave you the details. And in May, we're introducing another. I think we will introduce 2 copy trading ideas. The one for $20. We want to see if it's possible to grow a 25 US dollars account to 1,000. So we'll also introduce that one, but it will be focusing on profit sharing. Then we'll introduce another one for whatever that amount that you have. I'll trade it for you, then we share the profit. I think we're going to be introducing 2 copy trading ideas. Okay, so the one for $25 will be specifically for volatility indices. We want to see if you can take that 25 US dollars to 1,000. We're going to be introducing it in May, the first week of May. I'll come live and introduce that. Okay, I just wanted you guys to see some of the things that is taking place. So we had a hiccup in our copy trading business. I trusted a guy, but because of money, that guy is a very good guy, but because of money, yes, we're making money in copy trading because we're making a lot of profits. So unfortunately, in trading, I'm not gonna lie to you, in trading there are days where you lose. You will lose. Even if you're making profit, you will lose, I'm telling you. So this was another very good setup. Price in crash started to drop at this particular area. Okay, then he wanted to take over the business because he was now seeing how much money we're making. That was the main motive. But the way that he did it was very bad. It was very bad. But anyway, so we had to restructure everything. So this is our copy trading business. This is now the spike detector. So with the spike detector, this is spike detector for 2024. It's doing amazing. It's one of the secrets why we are winning each and every time. So it is a 95% accuracy rate. It sends audible alerts, push notifications. It can receive notifications on your phone. Maybe you're far away from your PC. You can receive, these are push notifications. It works on a mobile phone. Yes, if you have VPS, this spike detector can work on your mobile phone. It's non-repenting. So I posted on my channel some live trades that I took using this spike detector. So you can also check on my recent videos. I posted this spike detector. It's very, very, very powerful. And one of these days I'm going to do a live trading where I'll be trading lively with this spike detector. Then we also have our VIP community. It's $10 $10 a week. A week you pay $10 to receive signals. I'm always posting signals in this group, and sometimes I give analysis, sometimes I explain, sometimes so this is the spike detector, guys. There were more videos where I was doing live demonstration. Shh. 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 Hey, making noise. So these are some of the results, and I'm posting these results on Facebook. So this is the trades that I took with the spike detectors, and I was posting it in the group. It's true. You see, it's working perfectly. It's very powerful. Okay, I think I don't want to waste your time, guys. Thank you so much for your time. Those who are interested in copy trading, you can join us. It's account management. You guys, you know it is account management, but with us it's copy trading because we're using FX Blue EA for copy trading. So it mirrors my trades to your account. Then we also have our VIP community. We also have Mentorship. We also have the spike detector for 2024. So if you're interested, get in touch. I think I have overstayed. Thank you so much, guys, for your time. Enjoy your day. I love you so much. Make sure you give me some likes, and